Mikel Arteta finally gets the better of Unai Emery and Aston Villa. It has happened finally after dropping 6 points in the previous season. Arteta goes and gets the win. And it's interesting at Villa Park where they've struggled. Arsenal has struggled to get points out of Unai Emery. The guy has done it. Mikel Arteta has been able to get and do the inevitable that nobody had expected him to do, guys. And that's the moment. And this is the difference of the new Arsenal right now in my mind. So welcome to another episode of Sports with Monga. And this is Aston Villa 0, Arsenal 2. The match has ended with Arsenal scoring from Leandro, Trossard and Thomas Partey. Second half goals. A beautiful world-class save from David Raya, which you expect Ollie Watkins to dispatch. But he makes the save and keeps the match alive, and man of the match as well for the game. The Premier League second game week has kicked off, and Arsenal have beaten Aston Villa 2-0 at home of Villa, basically at Villa Park, in an entertaining contest. Absolutely amazing, guys. One more thing, 101 subscribers already in. Thank you for the support. Game week 2 has kicked in. I really hope you will support the channel to move towards 150 and 1 million subscribers. Sportswithmongha, thanks for the support. Let's get into the nitty-gritties of this match. The first half realized with a Matty Cash substitution pretty early on, in the 16th minute after he dropped, like independently. He was not under pressure or something, but he just kind of dropped, and you were like, okay, what's going to happen now? And eventually he had to be subbed off, guys. He had to be subbed off for precautions, and you know, he got in. He got Costa in the game. The first half looked cagey. Watkins had a couple of chances, but in the second half is when the game came alive. Of course, in the 45th or 38th minute, the first immediately right in the second half started, Raya making that amazing save from Ollie Watkins, 67th minute goal, and then 77-minute goal as well for Arsenal to make the game 2-0 in their favour. Leandro Trossard and Thomas Partey's second half goals ensured Arsenal continued their winning start to the Premier League season as they beat Aston Villa at the Villa Park 2-0. This boy was the assist king. He is an assist king. He's a magnet. The ball sticks with him and he can see the game a little bit different than other players. And that is interesting and a very important, I would say, a very important skill as well for him, I would say. And Arsenal's and Arteta's main man in my mind. Calafiori came on, but in an entertaining contest, that's how Ollie Watkins squandered a glorious chance in either half. Mikel Arteta's side would hit the front in the 67th minute. Substitute Trossard struck 110 seconds after his introduction with a fine finish from the edge of the area before Partey's powerful effort sealed the triumph 10 minutes later. Martin Odegaard could have added further gloss to the Gunners' impressive display, but blazed over from inside of the area after being picked out by Declan Rice. Arsenal joined Manchester City and Brighton Hove Albion at the top with the 6 points from their first two games, while Aston Villa are down in 12th. And this is an interesting game, guys. Like, I would simply say Aston Villa and Unai Emery had the masterclass on Arsenal. First half, Rodgers is an amazing player. Rodgers, Leon Bailey, Onana, and Tielemans. I could really feel the Douglas Luiz missing link in Aston Villa. With Douglas Luiz going to Juventus, I can feel that they're missing that key player. Onana is good, but then he's not Douglas Luiz who can go up and read the game a little different. And I could see it in the game as well today. An interesting point in my mind is that it is possible for Onana to kind of step up, but he can't be Douglas Luiz. But important thing for Arsenal, I think their main man and their main concern has to be the number 9. Gabriel Martinelli and Kai Havertz need to be better. They're not out-and-out strikers. Everybody knows that. It seems that Arsenal need to sign him. But they've not seemed to be signing anybody right now. Timber came out for Calafiori, had main minutes as well. Timber coming and starting the game after being on the bench for the first, Calafiori starting, and then now Calafiori on the bench for Timber. So you can see the rotation already in mind. Thomas Partey scoring the goal. Martin Odegaard and Declan Rice all in the game. Bukayo Saka in the 88th minute gone for Reece Nelson, and Leandro Trossard was brought on for Gabriel Martinelli, who changed the game. Kai Havertz still in the middle of the park, couldn't do much, or couldn't score as well. I would say for Unai Emery, it's a wake-up call as well. He needs to understand that he has lost some players. He needs to bring better players. Ollie Watkins looked completely off his pace and off what he could offer. Jacob Ramsey was a breath of fresh air when he was, but then Saliba's tackle on him late in the game, guys. That guy, Saliba, is a machine. John Duran was electric when he came on in the 65th minute as well. Ross Barkley and Ian Matson came on the 76th minute. Ian Matson, you could see his runs on the left, but it's going to be interesting to watch how this kind of proceeds. Arsenal have won the second game against Aston Villa, the team that they could not beat in the previous seasons. The scare has been finished. Let me know in the comments what do you think. Arsenal fans, get in the comments. Let me know who is the player and the player of the match for you. In my mind, it's Bukayo Saka. The star boy is the one, but Riyad's save kept you in the game as well. It's interesting time what's happening in the Premier League. Aston Villa, of course, right now in 12th, but then it's pretty early in the season, guys. So I wouldn't be kind of concerned about what's going to happen next, because Aston Villa will now face, and that's the interesting thing. Who will Aston Villa face? Aston Villa will face our friends. Oh, that's interesting. They're going to play Leicester away in the King Power, and Arsenal will be playing, just to kind of get that out of the way. Arsenal will face... who will Arsenal face? Arsenal will face fixtures. For reset fixtures. So in the fixtures, Arsenal will face, guys, Brighton. Brighton, Hove Albion. That's going to be a fun match. The Premier League sees title race right now looks like an interesting. The tables on the Premier League. Manchester City on top with the win and with a hat-trick of Haaland. Arsenal 6 points with number 3 still on the top. Played 2 all on top right now. Brighton, Hove Albion will face Arsenal next. And it's going to be exciting. Get in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the match. Aston Villa 0, Arsenal 2. Hit the subscribe button. 1 million subscribers. That's what we're going for, guys. Thanks for supporting the channel. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon. More content coming for you from Formula 1, from the Premier League, from Bundesliga, from La Liga, all this weekend and future episodes. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button. Catch you in the next one. Peace.